shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you were interested in picking up a channel membership for as little as $1.99 a month, head over to my channel profile and hit the join button to view all of the available perks. Thanks. So today I am going to be responding to something I've seen popping up in my comments quite a lot recently, like seriously, a lot. And to sum it up here, ever since the video I made covering these all-new bone weapons for the upcoming Ninjago core wave, and how they've been kind of rumoured to coincide with a group of new villains for the wave, also known as, well, the Skeletons, there's been a certain Ninjago character that has been appearing in people's theories time and time again, just one after the other. And so today, I want to kind of just clear this up, and clear up any confusion some of you may have, in a simple way. Now, what I have literally just said may have sounded a little bit vague and confusing, so let me just break it down here. Essentially, because the new core wave is set to be featuring skeletons as the main villains, it is also worth keeping in mind that these won't be the exact same Skullkin that we all know and love that were introduced from the pilots, but I'll be touching on that again a little bit later. A ton of people, in my comment section basically, have been assuming and predicting that Klaus will return to go along with this. Now, you're probably wondering, why Klaus? What's the connection? Well, due to the events of Way of the Departed, which was a canon novel written by Tommy Andreasen, Ninjago's creator and writer at that point, there was a storyline in which Klaus was essentially banished to the underworld. I don't know too much about it, as I still haven't even read Way of the Departed, but it is available to read online if you're interested in any of that. But basically, that's where this all kind of coincides and ties up together, because Klaus got banished to the underworld, and, well, who's indigenous to the underworld? Well, that would be the Skullkin that we all know and love. So people have kind of put two and two together, and are assuming that Klaus will be kind of the leader of this new core wave and will be the main villain appearing in the sets. However, I really hate to burst your bubbles, guys, and I know a lot of the theories you guys have been coming up with have been really interesting to read and just look at overall, but unfortunately, it does have to be reminded that the core wave isn't, unfortunately, canon. And, I mean, it is canon in a way. For example, Tommy Andreasen has said that the core shorts are kind of canon if you want them to be, but they don't necessarily fit in anywhere in the actual Ninjago timeline. However, they can fit in between the island and Seaband if you do so wish, but they're not exactly canon. And so core is basically a Ninjago line of sets that is very general themed. It's a way for new kids to be getting into the theme of Ninjago without having to know certain plot points. So bringing back a character that's so important to the plot, such as Klaus, it wouldn't make any sense, and that kind of defeats the whole purpose of what core is trying to be in the first place. It's in the name. Core is Ninjago at its core. It takes a lot of general themes and elements from Ninjago and blends them into new sets for kids to enjoy, and so that people can get into the theme. And so, unfortunately, a canon character such as Klaus especially wouldn't belong in this wave. And it's also probably worth mentioning that the skeletons that are supposedly going to be returning in this wave, they're probably not the actual Skullkin we saw from the pilots. Maybe they've kind of had a bit of a twist pulled on them, and they're a little bit different this time around. But yeah, overall, unfortunately, Klaus will not be returning. I know a lot of people have been really getting hyped up about that, but it does have to be said that, of course, core is unfortunately not canon, and so someone like Klaus wouldn't really fit in this new line of sets. It's very unfortunate, I know, because I personally would love Klaus to return. After Season 13, when people were hoping he would be the Skull Sorcerer, people were very disappointed, which just shows you that the hype for Klaus's return is there, but unfortunately his return will not be happening in January along with this new core wave. But who knows, there's always the future, and maybe Klaus will be returning at some other point in time. But yeah, January will not mark Klaus's return. And so I just wanted to make this video to kind of clear up any confusion, because again, I've been seeing this theory a lot, and it can easily be debunked just in this way, unfortunately. With all of this being said, though, that is just about going to do it for this one here, so be sure to drop all of your thoughts down below on this in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you did enjoy this video here today, be sure to, of course, leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel for more, and hit that notification bell so you can be the first to watch my new content whenever I do post it. With all of this being said, I will see you all very soon for my next video. Goodbye.